She struggled to spread the white cloth in preparation for childbirth, only to hear eerie sounds coming from the roof. At that moment, gunmen sent by the Countess were lurking inside the house. Margaret was suddenly seized by unbearable abdominal pain. The baby was coming early. Gritting her teeth against the agony, she hoarsely called her husband's name, only to hear hollow echoes in response. Staggering toward the water source, she hoped the Countess might offer aid, but found only silence there too. In desperation, she retreated back into the stone cottage, unwittingly drawing closer to danger. In the darkness, the Countess's lover Ivan and the servant Peter lurked inside, waiting for their chance to steal. The contractions grew fiercer with each wave. In her dazed state, she thought she heard movement from the cattle shed. Mistaking it for her husband's return, she stumbled toward it, only to be suddenly surrounded by a pack of wild dogs, their eyes glowing green. Shivering, she found herself trapped, hungry beasts ahead, lurking thieves behind. As she screamed with all her might to drive off the dogs, the two thieves seized the moment to plunder the last of her household provisions. They fled back to the Countess's tent. What chilled the blood even more was that when Margaret's anguished cries reached them, Peter and Ivan instinctively wanted to rush to her aid, only to be coldly stopped by the Countess. A faint smile played at the corners of her mouth as she warned them they were to obey her, not rescue Margaret. With mother and child on the brink of death, Margaret stood utterly alone, with no one to turn to. She clung to life solely through maternal willpower. Each violent contraction erupted into a hoarse roar, not merely to scare off the wild dogs, but the most primal, desperate cry of a mother. Finally, half kneeling in the frigid stone cave, she gave birth alone. Just as she neared unconsciousness and the wild dogs were about to pounce, Heinz finally returned. He drove off the dogs and gently cradled the premature, frail infant. The baby didn't cry. Heinz patted and called out to it over and over, his heart breaking. Finally, heaven took pity on this suffering family once more. A faint yet clear cry answered the father's prayers. But Margaret lay pale, bleeding profusely. Heinz rushed without hesitation to the doctor's residence, pleading with Dr. Richard to save his wife. The doctor initially shook his head coldly, stating that babies should never have been born on this island. But upon hearing Margaret was near death, he paused in silence before deciding to examine her. The examination revealed a retained placenta. Another moment and she would have perished. Under Richard's calm and swift intervention, Margaret finally pulled through. Yet everyone knew this ordeal had sliced through the last veil of civilization and hypocrisy like a sharp blade. Humanity on this desolate island was finally about to bleed.